For years, the relationship between Prince Joachim and his older brother, King Frederik X, has been strained, not to mention that between Princess Mary, Joachim's wife, and Queen Mary of Denmark. Decades of misinformation and family quarrels, even involving their children, have led to the present paradoxical situation. On the one hand, Princess Mary did not even attend Mary Donaldson's proclamation, publicly confirming what was already obvious in private: the two royal daughters-in-law do not get on. And at the other pole is Prince Joachim, who tends to maintain a cordial understanding with his family, and was indeed present for his big brother's biggest day. In fact, experts from the Scandinavian countries' Danish royal house say that if you read Prince Joachim's lips, you can see how, the day after the proclamation, he embraced the new king and said thank you for yesterday, an unmistakable sign that the brothers had finally reconciled. There is no doubt that the second son of the Danish court is handling his family crisis much better than Prince Harry did with the Windsors, despite the fact that both members of the royal family eventually fled to the United States. But make no mistake, while Queen's royal reboot began at the start of the year, when he made a surprise appearance at the traditional New Year's Eve service and was more visible in his support for his brother's proclamation, though he didn't stay for all the festivities. And a new phase of responsibility is looming on the horizon of Denmark Monpez. Princes Joachim and Maria, a new version of Maria and Federico. Before the abdication of Queen Margaret, the Crown Princes Maria and Frederick of the Danish crown had a very busy schedule due to the sovereign's many health problems. Now that the monarch is no longer with us, it is the turn of her sister, Princess Benedicta, to take a step back for the same reason: age. During their reign, Crown Princes Mary and Frederick of Denmark have done all sorts of jobs for the crown, some of them even standing in for the Queen herself. What will happen when the new royals are no longer available as their usual deputies? Will Princes Joachim and Mary soon become permanent deputies? The next in line for royal duties is the heir to the crown, Prince Christian, but he is only 18, and many wonder if Joachim, his wife, and their children will return to Denmark to support the new monarchs and bury them once and for all. Although the royal house has said nothing about the future of Prince Joachim and Princess Mary, there are signs that their relationship with the crown will change. For one thing, the couple are not expected to settle down again in Denmark, and for another, they have just moved to the United States, where the prince has a post at the Danish Embassy in Washington. This job, like the one he held in Paris, is for 3 years, but there is the possibility of extending the stay, so in principle the next 3 years of Mary and Marie need not necessarily coincide. Despite this, Prince Joachim is the younger brother of the king and is therefore obliged to remain at the disposal of the royal house at all times, even replacing the head of state at certain times, for example, when the king goes abroad on an official trip, for example, and carrying out representative work at certain events. Even more is expected of Princess Mary. It will continue its work for the royal house, but on a different level, as the one that has developed so far has been modest. If she wants to continue to remain on the small list of active members of the Danish dynasty and get paid for it, she must remain active, even if she and the Queen don't get along. Many expect Princess Mary to take over the role of Princess Benedicta, Queen Margaret's sister, and for decades her shadow, in the near future, but it's hard to believe he can achieve that level of involvement from the other side of the ocean. Can Prince Joachim and his family finally find a place at the new king's court?